Hi, this is just a quick off-the-cuff video because I was looking at some metrics this morning, and one of my big bugbears is you see screenshots all over the place of agencies or independent contractors saying, look how good I am at doing Facebook ads. Look at the ROAS I can achieve. Now, I want to show you how easy it is to manipulate those. Well, you're not manipulating the numbers, you're making the numbers show what you want them to show. The numbers are real. But the thing about meta ads is depending on the lifespan over which you look at results will very much change the metrics you see. So let me show you how that happens. Just got to share screen here. So get rid of me because I'm in the way. So this is a real live ad account. This is an ad account I am running ads on right now. So here is, I was doing a quick, so every day I do a quick, what's the result? So what is the result been? At the moment with this ad account, where really the owner and I, so I'm working one-on-one with the owner on a Done With You program, where I'm helping her run it, but I'm still looking at the results, and therefore when I look at the results, when we get into a meeting tomorrow on Monday, I'm going to be able to tell her what I think should or shouldn't be done with this ad account. So after months, we've been testing this ad account since December the 1st. Started off very low. It's still at an incredibly low budget. I think she's up to about $25 a day, which is incredibly low. And we're at the phase now where I'm really happy with all the testing we did. We've worked out copy that we like. We've worked out creative we like. We've tested lots of creative, lots of copy. We've tested lots of headlines. We were always pretty happy with the audience right from the word go because it's a very broad audience given what her product is. So now I'm at the right. We know that we know the right copy to use, we know the right creative to use, and as you can see, there's been quite a lot of rebuilding of various ad campaigns over this period of time as we've tested and tweaked various things. Now, the sport we're in now is I'm looking very much to getting people to add to cart, getting people to initiate purchase, and then of course purchasing. In the middle of all this, we also have done a lot of work on her email campaigns and on the CRO of the website. The website was pretty good, but it needed some minor tweaks. In the early days, we knew that we were getting quite a few people going across to the website, but there wasn't near as many actual purchases going on as we would have liked. So we're now at the stage where we've driven. Okay, so back to the point of why I want to do this video. If you look up here, this is metrics on today's date. Oh, it's in the StreamYard's in the way, but that says the StreamYard logo's in the way. But that says today, February the 18th, 2024. So this is the metrics for today's results. Let me just increase this and you might be able to see it a bit better. Okay. All right, that's better. So see this? This says today, February the 18th, 2024. Now, there's only 3 ad sets. There's only 3 campaigns active. There's a top of funnel, broad, so it's a traffic campaign where we're driving people to the website to try and get website awareness because her product is so visual and she's got some great videos and things on her website that we know if we can get people to actually look at the website, and that's this landing page views here. Our hope therefore was that would build audiences behind the scenes, build a nice retargeting audience and get awareness out there. Then we're also running a top of funnel conversions campaign, and that's going after purchases, and then what we call middle of funnel retargeting, which is everybody who's had a look at the website, who's gone to her Facebook page, who's viewed videos, who's done quite a mountain of things, gets retargeted with a more pointed campaign. So what I wanted to show you is here's today, February the 8th. I'm just going to put that down a little bit. February the 8th. And if you look at just today's results, she's had 509 impressions today alone. This is the metrics just looking at today. She's had 17 landing page views, 1 website purchase. Now, the bit I wanted to show you, which is the bit that really gets me, is when people screenshot things, agencies and contractors, they'll screenshot things like, you know, a click-through rate of 6.84%. They'll screenshot things like you know, landing page views of 17, and more importantly, add to cart 1, cost per add to cart $2.17, 1 checkout initiated, the cost of that $2.17, 1 purchase, the cost of that $2.17. And here's the bit, a ROAS of 12.90. Wow, fantastic. That's a, you know, that on the face of it looks like a good result. And what they'll do is they'll only screenshot, like they'll screenshot, let's see if I can simulate it. They'll screenshot like this, and that won't tell you over what time period that was seen. So let's now play with the time period. Come on, mouse, work with me. Let's change this to maximum and see how the ROASs considerably differ on maximum. So purchase ROAS over the whole time period. Now, there wasn't anything really done on this account prior to in sort of January 2021. So, okay, to be fair, let's go from this month. Let's go from, we started this here December 23, and it's now the 18th, December 28. Okay, so see, this is the period in which I've been playing around with this account. And there's nothing to crow about here. 0.20, 0.53, 0.14, 0.71, 0.12, 13. And I'm not unhappy with those results, because what we were doing, what we've done, and she's been spending, if you're lucky, she spent, let's see the overall spend. Amount spent. So that's for only $1,547.73, which is, what's my calculator going to tell me? So that's all of December. That's 31 days in December, plus 30 January, February, 31 in January, plus 18. So that's for 80 days. 1547. 73 divided by 81 days. That's for an average of $19 a day. Now, why did we stay such a low budget? Because you have to prove the funnel. This is a brand new ad account that really hadn't had anything done on it before. She'd played around before this. She'd played around with some boosting posts, and really none of it was of any value. Plus, we didn't know whether the landing page was going to convert. We didn't know whether the audiences were going to work. We didn't know whether what copy and creative was really going to work properly. We didn't know whether videos would work well, whether images would work well, whether a mix of them would work well. So this was held down to, I think we started at about $10 a day in the very early days, and now we're up to, if you look at these, whoops, okay, if you look at these three. Thank you very much. That's not where I wanted to go, Facebook. If you look at, doesn't like it because I've got the screen so big. Currently, it's spending $5, $10, $15, $20, $30. No, it's not spending that one. $5, $10, $15, $25 a day. So $25 a day. What I've been doing the whole way along is trying to prove what setup was going to work well on here, what people were going to respond to make the purchases start to happen. And if I look at, go back to not those, just those ones. So all up, we've had 961 landing page views. That doesn't sound right. It's not from the 1st of February. It's from the 1st of December 23 to the 18th. December 1. So all up, we've had 3,457 landing page views, and 23 add to carts, this one, 25 checkouts, 11 purchases. And I'm the first to tell you that those purchases and add to carts, they've only come in the last couple of weeks. We had a spattering, I think 1 or 2 in the very early days, but they've only come in the last couple of weeks. So what you want to say to a agency or to a contractor is, show me the results over the period of time you've been running the account. Don't cherry pick 1 or 2 results that really make you look good. I mean, I could really cherry pick this, you know, the 12 point whatever it was ROAS that I saw for today, and I could say, well, look how fantastic I am, but I prefer not to do it. Ideally, if you can, get the agency to come on to someone, you know, an account they can show you, or even their own accounts, and get them to manipulate, get them to change these dates and get a good look at what's going on, not this cherry picked result. I had an account I was running, oh God, years ago now, a couple of years ago now, and I got a ROAS of 645. It was a total artifact. There was one purchase at the very beginning of a weekend of running ads, and the budget wasn't that high. The budget was low. We were still testing one purchase, and there was an add to cart and initiate checkout, of course, but one purchase, and the ad itself had spent like 2 cents. So it looked like an amazing ROAS. Now, the less ethical would have gone out there and said, look at the ROAS I can achieve. It is total and utter BS. So that's the sort of point I wanted to make. And always be really careful about asking, you know, over what date range, what were they doing, what was the overall setup. A lot of times in ad groups, in Facebook groups, people say, I'm having problems with this campaign. I say, well, you know, from the silly screenshot you've given me, I can't tell you anything. And this high performing from Facebook, well, I tend to ignore them because it is high performing from a traffic point of view, but it's not high performing from although we've had 3 add to carts, and we've had 2 checkouts, and we've had 2 purchases, so it's not too bad. So our next step on this campaign, just to digress from what the idea of the video was, is to now start scaling, to now see what happens when we start to increase the budget on these, because she's not really breaking even in terms of what. So, you know, so a ROAS of 0.2, 5, 3, 14, 17, that's negative. So that she's getting 20 cents back for every dollar she spent, that one. 53 cents for every dollar, 14 cents for every dollar in ad spend, 71 cents for every dollar. So we want ROAS as like 2 in that. But if you look at this month, and I only do these 3, and I look at this month, still not good. But if I look at yesterday, so I can manipulate these figures really well. Yesterday, the ROAS was 6.77. So again, I could be saying to you, look at the great results I've got. That was yesterday. One purchase at a cost per purchase, according to Facebook, of 5.17. I don't have. Now that we're actually getting purchases, I want to see. Scroll. Purchase. Where are you? I want to see purchase conversion value. So purchase conversion value, $35 on that one. So that she made on that particular day. She spent, sorry for making you seasick. Where are we? Amount spent. She spent $24.63 and she made $35. So she's slightly ahead of herself. She certainly didn't make 6.77. So that implies that for every dollar she spent, she got back $1 times 6.77. That's what that implies, and it didn't. So watch the way they're playing with the numbers, because that's what happens. They absolutely play with the numbers. And this is why I also say to business owners, I just want to get rid of those extra ones. I also say to business owners, get used to being behind the scenes on your ads. Get used to having a look behind the scenes here. Do not ever let them build ad accounts in their assets and you never see behind the scenes, because it doesn't matter if you don't understand these numbers. By playing around with the different dates and looking at the different setups, look at it often enough and you're eventually going to be able to work it out. And if you just look at yesterday as well, a purchase ROAS on that particular ad campaign, that ad set, it's traffic sign up. Traffic sign up is that it's using a traffic objective to drive people to her website to get them to sign up for, I'm not sure what copy we're using, to get them to sign up for her opt-in. And it actually, although that's what it's meant to do, what it's done is it's actually given her a purchase, which is good. I'm not complaining. But overall, that's what she got. That's the ROAS she got on one ad campaign. But overall, the ROAS on everything that she did yesterday gave her a ROAS of 1.42. Now, that's not nearly that's not sustainable. A ROAS, you need a ROAS, depending on your profit margins and that sort of thing. You need a ROAS of at least 2, preferably 3 or 4 to be actually doing something. So, they play with the metrics something fierce. Because I've got this up so high, it's jumping around on me. They play with the metrics something fierce. So as I say, if I just screenshot that, or the one we had before, which I don't even know that I can find it now. I think that was for today, was it? Yeah, so there's another ROAS of 11.77. Although I think this is the one we were looking at a minute ago, and it's changed now in the time we've been doing this because more money's been spent. So all of these metrics are a screenshot at the moment in time in which you look at them. So that's the other thing we do. If you're working with a legit agency or contractor, they're going to be showing the change in these metrics over time. A screenshot or an individual just look at a certain moment in time. I'm positive this was the 12 point whatever when we looked at it a minute ago. So it's changed because there's more money being spent on this ad, in a minute since we looked at it. And I can go back in 5 minutes time and this will have changed again. This ROAS will probably have decreased because as more money's being spent on that, the ROAS is going to decrease because the ROAS is the return you got, so the purchase you got on the amount that was spent. And that is going to decrease. By the end of the day, that will be down to probably, I don't know what it will be down to, depending on how, I can't predict the algorithm. So, as I say, I really don't like going behind the scenes and exposing this sort of stuff, but it really, really irks me when I see some of the rubbish being put out there by agencies and contractors. It's more the agencies usually, and it's not fair. It is fake. So pull them up and ask to see real results, and don't listen. It's the same with testimonials. Don't listen to half the testimonials out there. They're rubbish. I know one particular ad agency that specializes, they say, in Facebook ads. I've trained them. Not trained them, that's not fair. They've consulted with me in the past and I've seen behind the scenes on all their ad accounts, and I tell you what, the reputation is not deserved, not at all deserved. I also see that particular agency working in a marketing group, coming into a marketing group that I'm part of and asking questions that they should know the answer to. It's really, really annoying. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now. I just wanted to show you that, and be warned, be aware of what is being done to manipulate the numbers and supposedly show you the results they're getting. Anyway, have a lovely weekend, and we'll talk later.